Hey folks, and welcome to the Gesundheit Kitchen. My name is Hans Rueffert. I am a proud member of the Gastric Cancer Foundation as well as a proud survivor of gastric cancer. I am a bit skinny, where's the whole never trust a skinny chef thing. I lost all of my stomach and most of my esophagus to gastric cancer. I didn't lose it, I didn't misplace it, it was obviously removed. But I am still a foodie, and I'm always trying to figure out ways to work nutrition into my diet, despite the fact that a lot of my GI, I guess I don't even have a G anymore, but anyway, my GI tract is a little bit rearranged, and so I'm always trying to find ways to work in nutrition. So today, I want to kind of focus on pasta, but not in the traditional sense. I've got some alternate grain pastas. I've got a black bean pasta, a brown rice and quinoa pasta, but also a red lentil pasta. And the great thing about this is 13 grams of protein. And that is comparable to a meat item, but I always tell people that meat is almost, even though on paper it's high in protein, it's difficult to extract, especially for someone without a stomach, which means I have no stomach acid. So rather than going the meat route, I'm always looking for plant-based protein options, and the only ingredient in this pasta is red lentils, and red lentils are a fantastic source of that plant-based pasta, or plant-based protein, excuse me. Now, the only strange thing about some of these alternate grain pastas is they have a slightly different consistency. So if you've heard the term al dente, which means to the tooth, these are a little more firm, and then all of a sudden they go mushy. So you kind of have to watch it, and it doesn't matter what the package says. If the package says, 5 to 7 minutes, start checking it at that 5-minute mark and then stop it where you like it. And so these still have a little bit of bite to them, which is perfect for a cold salad. So I just basically, hopefully you know how to boil pasta, drain the water and rinsed it to get the excess starch off of there so they stay separate. So I'm going to make a simple pasta salad. So I've got 13 grams of protein already in here, but I'm going to add more protein in the form of beans, and I love garbanzo beans. They've got a great consistency to them. I've got some roasted rainbow carrots. These are super easy to do, and if you don't know how to roast vegetables, I have another video here on the Gesundheit Kitchen section here talking about how to do these. Very simply, roasted rainbow carrots. That adds a great color, consistency, nutrition, the whole deal. I'm going to put in some green onions, and depending on where you are in treatment, onions may or may not be a thing for you. It took me a while to get to the point where I was comfortable eating onions again. The great thing about when you get past surgery and you think I'm never going to be able to eat again, you really do have to kind of train. It's like any other muscle. You don't start at the highest weight level. You start at the lowest and work your way up. And so you kind of add foods as you can tolerate them. And I'm now several years past my total gastrectomy, and I can eat pretty much what I want to. So that was a little bit of parsley I put in there, and really just for color, but also for a little bit of that chlorophyll. Some fresh minced garlic. I'm going to pop that straight in there. Fresh garlic, not the stuff that's waterlogged. That's kind of like the goldfish that went belly up, not that stuff that you buy. You want to use fresh minced garlic. It's an antimicrobial, it's an antifungal, and it's just delicious. A lot of great volatile oils in there. So go for the fresh stuff. Then I've got some spinach. This is just baby spinach that I'm just going to rough chop into here, or chop or tear or whatever. This is just great spinach. And same with the leafy raw vegetables. Early in post-gastrectomy or in treatment, you might have some problems with the leafy greens, especially the raw ones. So you could put cooked frozen spinach into here that you obviously thawed out. Would work well. If you're not doing well with the raw stuff, do whatever works for you. So this is really just meant to be very simple, kind of salt and pepper. This is my sea salt white pepper blend. And then equal parts oil and vinegar. So this is really the most basic vinaigrette. People sometimes do 3 to 1, but I always like to do sort of 1 to 1 so that you're not using as much oil and it's not then so fatty, so heavy. I want this to be light. Now, the only kind of problem with this is you can easily overeat. So I make a lot of this and leave it in the fridge, but then I'll take a portion correct bowl, fill it up, eat it, see how I feel, and if I feel like I can eat a little more, I'll go back and eat a little more. But if I sat down with this, what's going to end up happening is I'm going to keep eating, and before I know it, I've kind of gone past that magic threshold. So try to, with anything, honestly, that's just a great tip. Even if you are to the point where you can eat things like potato chips or pretzels, get a portion correct bowl. You know, and depending on where you are, it might be this bowl. But fill that up, see how you do. You know, eat it, give it a few minutes. If you're still hungry, if you feel like you can still work something into your diet, then do it. But I think this is just a great way to graze. And oftentimes you'll hear nutritionists say that now that you are post-surgery or post-partial or total gastrectomy, you don't want to think of the 3 meals a day. You kind of want to graze throughout the day. And so something like this ready in the fridge, by having these components already ready to go, I can take these in any direction I want to, and then when I'm hungry, when I feel like I can eat, this is a perfect high-protein, plant-based protein meal that I can enjoy all day long if the rest of my family doesn't steal it from me. So I'm going to have my little snack here, and I hope you guys are inspired to try some of these alternate grain pastas. They really are fantastic, a little different, but worth trying out. Enjoy yourselves in the kitchen. It's not a chore, it's an opportunity. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys next time. Until then, take care.